It's a tough transition, but I'm bringing lots of warmth. Don't worry. Yes, plenty of it as we head into the later part of the week. And we're going to show you exactly how warm it's going to get, where, and, well, how long we can expect it. So you'll have to stick around for the answers. We do want to show you, well, we're taking you to Long Beach tonight, that it is clearing out there. It's actually pretty cool, though. We're at 49 degrees, and that's right here at the Broadcast Center in Studio City. So radar showing you mostly clear conditions, but we are dealing with a few leftover flurries and a few leftover showers, and that won't be out of the question as we head into the overnight hours and as we head into the morning hours as well. Also dealing with a few advisories, windy conditions at this point, still looking at wind advisories in the higher elevations, a high surf advisory along the coast, and a high wind warning going into effect for the mountains. As we head into the next few days, we're actually looking at onshore winds, those cool northwesterly winds still intact, but that's all going to change. We're looking at offshore winds, those northerly winds kicking in, and as they do, we're expecting offshore conditions. Offshore conditions always keep us a lot warmer and drier, and that will certainly be the case a little later in the week. So I want to take you through storm watch. We are dealing with, again, just a few leftover showers and flurries. Snow levels dropping to 5,000 feet. Not expecting a lot of snow, but we could see maybe a few flurries along the northern slopes into the overnight morning hours. Other than that, we're really just concentrating on the wind, windy conditions in the mountains, the high desert, and of course through passes and canyons, and we could potentially see wind gusts up to 65 miles an hour. So it will be windy as we head into the next few days here. Again, those northwesterly winds turning to the north as we head into the next few days. So we're going to show you what they're going to do for our forecast coming up in just a little bit. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right.
Absolutely, Lena and Sylvia. We are looking at a completely different work week as we head into our forecast here. But first, well, this isn't happening right now. Don't get too scared. This is actually a time-lapse video from Mount Wilson, and from earlier tonight and really goes until right now. So take a look at that. Clouds aren't really moving this fast, but just a really sort of neat little thing for you tonight. So you can see the clouds continuing to move out of the way there. And you're going to see right here the clouds and the rain moving out of our way as well. We're getting a look at radar right now, and you're going to see, well, just a few little drops out there, but pretty much we're done with the rain. At this point, though, there's a chance of maybe a leftover stray shower, maybe a chance of a leftover flurry, probably along the northern slopes if we see anything at all at this point. And again, it should be pretty minor if we do see it. You'll see wind advisories out there, high surf advisory along the Orange County coastline. Also looking at a wind warning. We're looking at northwesterly winds turning to, well, northerly winds, meaning those offshore conditions are going to start to kick in, and with that we are expecting a pretty significant warm up in store. So we are looking at advisories. We have seen some pretty significant wind gusts. We're going to take you through those and rain totals coming up in a little bit, but you'll see right here again things are somewhat calm with the exception of the Grapevine. Does look like we're seeing windy conditions in Gorman. We're looking at 12-mile-an-hour winds as we speak coming out of the northwest, and again they are shifting to the north, and with that we're going to see very clear conditions as those offshore conditions persist pretty much all week long. And take a look at this. Thursday, 80 degrees, and that's at the coast. A beach day, warm and clear by Friday, warm temperatures lasting through Saturday. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right, Evelyn, thank you.
We're getting a look at our forecast as we head into the next few days. Big warm up in store. We'll have all the details coming up in just a few minutes.
They've had some cold weather and storms up there, and our storm was mostly just wet.
Exactly. Right? It was a wet storm. It wasn't as cold, even though we did see a little bit of snow, but it was more wet up there than anything. Right. So very tiny. Spots like Big Pines, 4 inches of snow, but that was around 7,000 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
way up there.
There were a few spots, yeah, and there's still a chance of maybe a few flurries, but nothing major as we head into the overnight hours. And as we head into the few days, well, rain and snow out of the question completely at this point. We're talking, well, much warmer temperatures and beach weather as we head into the next few days. We're going to have that full forecast coming up in just a minute, but taking outside to the pier where it is a little slick out there. Not a lot of people braving the pier tonight. You'll see the tent set up right there for Cirque du Soleil. So gorgeous shot, but again, still a little cool and still a little damp out there. So not a lot of people making their way out to the pier, but that's going to change, I'm sure, as we head to the next few days. We're talking beach weather, and, well, that shot's going to look a little different come maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So we're going to show you what it's going to look like coming up in a little bit, but we're taking you to radar where we are dealing with mostly clear conditions. Just a few leftover sprinkles, and not ruling out the chance of maybe a leftover shower or snow flurry into the overnight hours. We did see a decent amount of rain earlier today. These are your rainfall totals from today. Downtown, just under 3/4 of an inch, 1/10 of an inch for Lancaster, so the high desert not getting too much rain. Santa Monica over 1/2 an inch. Van Nuys at the airport there over 3/4 of an inch, and just over 1/2 an inch for Anaheim earlier today. So rainfall totals, again, pretty impressive. Didn't see too much snow. Was pretty slushy. patchy, but some spots did get a few inches, as we mentioned earlier. Advisory-wise, well, we've got wind advisories. We've got a high surf advisory. We also have a high wind warning for the higher elevations. At this point, we are looking at calm conditions for the most part, but there are a few gusty spots, and we're going to have those peak wind gusts for you in a second. You'll see Gorman gusting from the northwest at 11 miles an hour, sustained wind, so we are looking at wind gusts above that. As we take you over to San Pedro, 9-mile-an-hour winds, and Riverside pretty calm at 2 miles an hour, but that wasn't the case in the last few hours. Starting from about 5 o'clock and on, these were your peak wind gusts. Whittier Hills, 26-mile-an-hour wind gusts there. Malibu Hills, 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts there. And Sandburg, 26-mile-an-hour wind gusts for you earlier this evening. So it's windy out there, and we're going to continue to keep the wind in the forecast. 40s out there, so pretty cool temperature-wise. Earlier today, 53. That was the forecast high. Sounds like a low. We were well below average. Record temperatures 84 degrees. You'll see over the next 24 hours, we're getting up to 70 degrees with sunshine by the afternoon, and that's because high pressure is starting to build into our forecast, and as it does, you'll see right here that rain is starting to move east, that cold front moving east, that trough of low pressure, high pressure building in, and with that again, we are expecting a warmer forecast and of course a drier forecast as well. Quick look at that 5-day forecast for you. You're going to see right here that we are dealing with not only a warmer forecast, but a much warmer forecast. 70 tomorrow, 80s for the rest of the week. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. 80 degrees, and by Saturday, well, close to 80. And do you have to mention one thing? It's Susie's birthday. So gotta say happy birthday.
What? Where did she get such information?
Wow.
Back to you.
I have no idea where that came from.
So what did you get me?
Yeah, you. What are you talking about? I'm
It's
here.
a tradition we have here.
My
Whoever's
presence
birthday it is, they
present
get me
enough.
a present.
Come on. Thank you, Evelyn, very much. Well, you might call it coffee with a kick.
See where Starbucks is adding booze to its menu.